Here are my carbs off of the bike. I just took the screws off. These didn't take very much to pop off there. Be careful. They really don't look too bad. I mean, is my light getting in there? A little cleaned out. Not too bad. Drop in there. Okay, another one. Also not too bad. A little bit of dirt in there. That can be cleaned out. I'm really glad both my overflow tubes are not cracked. I was worried one of them was. Both look good. And then watch me crack it putting away. That's how my luck usually goes. Really nice. One thing I do have to show you, when I took off the intake manifolds, look at that beast. It looks like it's been repaired with some JB Weld. I'm glad I did not drive this thing more than just a couple of blocks just to test some things out. I was kind of paranoid about driving it far until I could get a closer look at everything. Gosh, here's my old master cylinder. You can see in there, it's just, this thing's so floppy, the piston is jammed up in there. Some other cool stuff that I have going on. Here's my lights. They cleaned up real good. There's a lot of pitting and they were really rusty. But like you can even see me right there. Yeah, they cleaned up real good and they work too. So that's another bonus. I'll be excited to put those on. It's a couple things I just noticed. I am missing a screw right here. So I'll take one of these to the hardware store. I'm going to replace all three. I'm going to put Allen head screws on all of these. Most of my screws look like that. They're rusty. They're stripped because these are JIS screwdriver heads and they are not regular standard American Phillips. So they get stripped. They came off really easy, but we're still going to replace them. This thing, I think, is the idle screw. I don't know. There's the same thing over here, broken. So I'm going to have to Dremel that and take it off, replace it, do something. Still figuring this out. It looked like my floats looked good, which is also great. Let's see if I can pull that off and tip this over. Get a better look inside there. I have a light up here, but I have my big light up there too. And see if we get enough. I think we're getting enough light on there. Just a little bit of dirt, not too bad. We'll have to see why my one float was filling. Not sure. It was this one actually. Come on, that. I don't know. We have to check clearances and whatnot, do some adjusting. Gotta learn how to do that first. Not too bad. Some of the aftermath while cleaning. Ooh, blasted a bunch of stuff. This thing was perfectly clean. This whole, it's actually a turkey roaster pan. Nice little cutouts to put places to soak some stuff. I figured that was a good idea, but this was perfectly new. So any of the gunk you see is just all from these jets. No wonder it ran kind of rough. Here are my jets before, and here's after. Man, they're looking so good. A little bit of steel wool goes a long way. Had a little trick where I kind of put it in the chuck of the drill real soft and just spun it real slow. That made quick work. I also did the bowl valve release thing at the bottom, although I need a new O-ring for it. Alright, so I'm at the point with my jets where I'm working on, inside there is a press fitted jet, the idle jet. I was able to get one of them out. It's soaked in carb cleaner. It's actually looking a lot cleaner. But I have to credit all the dudes on the CX500 forum. They are amazing. They taught me the trick. So what you do is you basically, there's already a hole in that jet, but the jet hole that you see isn't the actual hole that mixes up your gasoline and mixes and aerates it and whatnot when you're idling. So what you can do is you can get a little tap. This is a 440, and by the way, this video is in no way a how-to because I am not qualified. I'm just an amateur. Anyway, you get down in there and you're going to tap in a hole, and then take your little 440 screw. I put a couple washers in this bolt, and you take this bolt out and you tighten it and tighten it. If it gets a little stuck, They did recommend using a little bit of heat, really gentle. Obviously, I didn't heat this one because there's PB blaster everywhere. It would have lit on fire. So make sure there's no, flammable substances around before you start using a torch. But you tighten those reels, and then it just kind of went like pop, and it popped right out. And check this bad boy out. Let's see if we can get close. Woohoo! That's why they say it's important to get that one out. They say that the idle jet is the really gross one. And they were right. All those holes are plugged up, all that goo. We're going to get that cleaned up.